Oh, there's Chanel. There's Chanel.
The mic. Made the mic high. Made the mic. Yeah. Such a big look. Yeah.
He's nuts. Absolutely batshit crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Florida Highway Patrol Center was dispatched to at 12:09 p.m. The crash is near the old Regal Beach Boulevard, BC. Emergency stations have been seen. One lane westbound is open, the others are closed until further notice. Ooh, look. There's mine that's already.
Mid the mic. Hi, mid the mic. Mid the mic. Hi.
Hold on, shit. Now I'm talking to my baby girl.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, hey, y'all two can play without me for a little bit. I'm on the phone with my daughter.
Okay.
Well, you already know that obviously Michael's back in jail again.
Yeah, I tried looking it up, but the only thing it pulls up is when he was in jail, like years ago, a couple years ago.
Yeah, he's now in jail for failure to appear at court.
Yeah, because he's still on probation. And, he was trying to get down here. He said he was trying to straighten up, and he was trying to, get away from there and get down here.
Yeah.
But he was trying to, and there was a lady there, at the shelter he was staying at.
Yeah.
There was a lady there that was, trying to help him. She was going to help him get his social security card and all that shit like that. So that way he can come down here. I'd help him find a job, stuff like that. But I don't know what happened. He never contacted me. He never called me again. I just heard from him that
was because Mom kept putting things in his head about you.
yeah, she did that with both y'all kids. Yeah,
I noticed that.
And it's like, it's not the fact that, I never called y'all. It's the fact, I did try to call y'all. But she always sat there and said, "Oh, we're busy," or "We're not home," or "They're not home from school yet," or I'm like, it's high school.
Yeah.
Even though it's in high school. Like, high school gets out at like 1 or like 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because
I
work
like
for the school system.
3:30.
Yeah.
Mine gets out at like 3:30 because we start school at like 8:30.
Yeah, because I actually have a contract expansion with CPS.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually contracted through DCPS now. So I work for the school system. So I know everything. I know what days we got off, when we get out for summer, when we get out for spring break. Like right now, this week was spring break.
Yeah.
But I spent 3 of the days working. I spent three of the days working. So we're moving from the main building because the lease is up to the actual building where we're supposed to be at our lot. So they just built a new one because last year or the year before that, it burned down.
Yeah.
Due to a gas explosion.
Next week on Wednesday, I have an e-learning day, which is you stay at home and do work at home. And my sister has to go to school because she has ACT. She's a junior.
Man, dog, you gotta stop growing. You're making me feel old.
I know.
I'm
I'm
gonna,
19 years old.
I
I'm
know.
old.
I'm gonna be you old. I'm gonna be 42. That's all right. Your mama's older than me. It's after 12 o'clock. I'm off work. I don't have to work. Drinking a little Captain and beer. Usually Mountain Dew. Usually Mountain Dew. This is only my first. This is only my first cup.
Yeah.
But I don't make it
But
very strong.
the one thing Mom did let me do, she let me drink vodka.
Oh my god. Well, I can't say much about it because I was 19 and drinking. That's when I met your mama.
I actually like drinking beer when she gave me some.
Oh, what kind of beer?
There was the Corona beer, then my Aunt Carmen had Bailey's, and then...
Oh, Bailey's is something cool. That is for like coffee and stuff.
Yeah, she drinks that. And then the other thing is Twisted Tea. We have those too.
Well, you and Cindy get along great. Because she drinks it Twisted Tea. I mean, I drink it every now and then. My beer of choice is Bud Light.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
I know that. That's at almost every single party I've been to.
Oh yeah, and everybody says, "Oh, that's the queer beer," all because they tried to rainbow going on it.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't last long. But dang, is my burn barrel still burning? That thing's been burning for like 3 days.
Dang.
Because I put a big hunk of log in there. And it's still going. Like, just smoking. Yeah, right now, Cindy went to go pick up her daughter.
Yeah.
Which, that's, she's my daughter too now.
Yeah.
And she doesn't see me as stepdad. She sees me as dad. Because her dad disowned her. Because she likes girls.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she likes girls. And, I don't care. Even with Aid's gay, sometimes he seems a little gay.
I'm bi, but I'm dating a boy.
Yeah, well, your mom's bi too, so. Nope, I'm straight as a nail. I can't see myself with a guy. That's like her me. She never saw herself with a black guy. She's with a black guy now.
Oh, yeah.
She's been with 2 of them. The first one didn't work out so well. Jay, she's been with Jay for a while, a good while.
Yeah.
Sometimes he'll piss her off, but a lot of times he'll do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Then he always makes it up to her. Where are you at now?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. I used to live in North Carolina, right there in Kill Devil Hills, Outer Banks.
We're in Cleveland, North Carolina.
Yeah, I used to. Where I actually lived at, I lived right down the street from Dennis Anderson, the owner of Gravedigger. Big monster trucks, yeah. I actually lived right down the street from him.
That's cool.
That was when I was in Warren. Stay with her biological dad. He tried to kill himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there in town. It's like after he came down here to pick something and drove back with us. And he had me working for him and stuff, doing a survey. And one night he just like tried to OD himself on his medication.
Yeah.
And of course his son stole a lot of money. 'Cause he never had nothing under $5,000 in his pocket. Like he had at least 5,000 in his pocket.
Damn.
He had 5,000 or more. When he came down to pick us up, he had 10,000 when he left the house.
Damn.
And then drove down here, and he still had almost $10,000 when he got back to Carolina.
Oh, by the way, Mom's not with Kurt anymore.
Yeah, I know. I don't heard about that. What happened with that?
Mom doesn't like him anymore, and she thinks that he's the problem, but we already know who the fucking problem is. It's her. And,
Yeah, that's fake. She did.
I had no choice but to leave the house. I wanted to stay with Dad, but I had no choice but to leave because of a stupid restraining order that the government put on him for me, even though it was an accident. He threw the phone at my knee while I was still in the physical therapy stage of my knee. It added 4 more weeks to
What'd you do to your
the
knee?
healing process to it.
What'd you do to your knee?
Okay, so I was playing soccer, and when I did do that, I kind of kicked it too hard, and then after that, I tried to walk it off for like a little bit, but then our colonel said to jump over the wall, and as soon as I jumped over the wall, I messed up my whole knee.
Hey, so now you just like Eddie, got a bum knee, and it'll stick with you for the rest of your life. Mine still gives me problems, and I tore my ACL.
Dang.
And I did that when I was 18. And it still gives me problems.
I mean, I'm old, but not that old, but I still have back problems because of the stupid soccer accident again.
But yeah, I can completely understand about why your mom left her, because she did me the same way, and just took your kids off. She was like, "Oh, it'd be better for him." No, and then she just like most half the time it was like she shoved Mikey back on the back burner, because every time I seen pictures of stuff like that, it was always of the girls. You hardly ever seen a picture of Mikey. You might catch him in the background. That's it.
Damn.
It's like she didn't care too much for Mikey. That's what it always seemed like. Like she cared more about you girls than Mikey. And I told her once before, I said, why didn't you just leave Mikey here?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just leave Mikey with me? She was using you kids as pawns.
I started noticing that as soon as I grew up to 15 years old, I started to notice everything.
Yeah, you just couldn't say nothing because your mama bitch.
Yep. I noticed everything. She did it the same way with Dad too.
I know, because every time I did get to talk to y'all, I always felt like your mama was standing right there telling me what to say. Watching you, make sure you don't say nothing that you don't need to tell him.
Yeah, every time we were talking to you, she was sitting right there. So I'm like, what am I supposed to say?
Yeah. I mean, because it was like you kids were afraid to actually sit there and talk to you. Just like, yeah, I'm good. Okay. No, it was because that's what made me feel like your mom was right there.
And also, I am very sorry for the cussing out part of the call from my 15th birthday because
Oh yeah, when you
mom was
cussed me
watching
out,
me the
told me you
whole
didn't want
entire
nothing to do
time,
with me.
and she kept on telling me that you never really said happy birthday and you never really did this or that. And
Oh, and I
I
did.
can understand the money part of not being able to come to my birthday parties,
Yeah, and
but
plus, I had a vehicle that I can't make it there.
yeah,
Like right now, I got a lot of issues with this charger. Plus, I finally got everybody out of my house that
yeah,
needed to get out. Like, because I had Brenda here, her boyfriend Elijah, then I had Crystal and Robbie and their two kids. Because when we first moved in here, it was just
yeah,
it was just me, Nana, Cindy, and Alan. Because
yeah,
Alan was just born, and then of course Brenda came, said she needed a place to stay for like 2 weeks,
yeah,
and it ended up being longer. And then it was Patrick and Tiffany. This was all while Nana was still living,
yeah,
and then we finally got rid of. I finally got rid of. We got rid of Patrick and Tiffany because they were
yeah.
like trying to like take over. What the heck's my mute button? Mute the TV. Um, and then after Patrick and Tiffany left, Crystal and Robbie got put out from where they were at, and they came over for dinner that night because Brenda invited them. And then of
Yeah,
course they talked to mom about letting them crash here for the night, and yeah, that turned into months, couple years, or about a year. So Nana just got tired of it because everybody was constantly fighting and arguing and pissing mom off, and
yeah,
Nana got tired. She got tired of cleaning the house every day, which she does that even living on her own. She'll find something out of place. Your Nana's got OCD. and she just up and left one night. She left all of her stuff here, just went and stayed, and she was staying the night somewhere else. Then we found out she was actually staying at Kimmy's house, and Kimmy, and Jonathan were talking about her moving in there after they moved out because they were moving to Virginia.
yeah,
Well, after Kimmy and them moved to Virginia, Kimmy found out that Jonathan had been cheating on her. So now she's back here. She's got a new man. He's off in Texas doing whatever he wants to do because he's out of the Navy.
yeah,
And like Nana, Kimmy and them before her and Jonathan split up, she had told Nana that she's got to move because they're selling the house, just selling it right
uh-huh.
off underneath her. But the lease that Nana had was um, she had signed a 5-year lease.
Yeah,
She was going to rent it for 5 years, and then after the 5 years, she was going to buy the house.
yeah,
Well, that didn't go as planned. So Nana had to move. So now she's, it's a 2 bedroom, 1 bath, like
yeah,
townhouse, really small. Nana has no room in there at all. She's got her
eh,
office, her bedroom, and then you got the living room, and then you got a dining room, kitchen. But she's got a big yard. She's got a big backyard. I mean, she likes it, because it's just her. But she wants something. She wants to get into something a little bigger eventually. That's like us, you know. Right now, the house I'm in a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. I only pay $1,000 a month.
Our house has a basement, a garage, an underground pool, a big ass yard. We've got at least 3 bedrooms upstairs, one office area, um, 3 bathrooms up here, and then for the basement, there's a room down there, at least two, and
Mm.
then there's a bathroom down there too.
Oh, yeah, I don't need something that big.
But we're probably not gonna stay in it for long.
Yeah, because but I'm actually looking to find me. I want to find a house, an actual house.
Yeah,
This is a house, but it's like a townhouse. There's an empty one next door to me. The people that were living there, they moved out because they had bought a house, so they moved out. So that one's empty, but they're trying to. The owner is trying to sell it. My landlords, they eventually want to sell this one.
yeah,
If I was financially stable enough to, buy a house, but see, my credit got messed up by your mama because your mama messed up my
yeah,
credit. She put me so far in debt with freaking 5 Star because she opened up that one account and she was writing checks to herself and putting it in my 5 Star account because they would cash it.
yeah,
And you do it through the ATM, it's automatically in there. So she would quit and pull it out.
yeah. That's basically what she's doing with Dad with Marianne's paycheck, since Dad hasn't paid Marianne's paycheck in a while, and she's just getting money left and right. And you know what she's spending it on?
Ah,
The freaking she's been spending it on herself, not us. We have food. What? Where's the love for us? Where's
oh
the
yeah,
stuff we need?
yeah. Your mama greedy. That's where do you think Mikey got? Mikey learned how to freaking forge somebody's, forge your mama's signature and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's the day we went into a baby and taught
Because your
it.
mama does it. You know she
Yeah,
had because
and I still gotta get.
when she was
I
pregnant
still
with
gotta get
Mikey.
20 bucks for military ball. I still gotta find my military ball dress. I've gotta find a prom dress. I've gotta find enough money for the prom, and then I gotta find a
Hey,
graduation dress.
Everybody in a
I
bag.
think the batteries died in it. Oh no. Yeah, but that's how she was able to get that freaking Nextel that that we had. But when she was
Yeah,
pregnant, when she was pregnant with Mikey, she actually got arrested. Yeah, they came over to ask questions about something that happened down the street. Well,
yeah.
they had ran the plates on the Amigo
Mhm.
in the driveway, and it came up that your mama had a warrant. So instead of asking the questions about something that happened down the street, they
Yeah.
started asking if your mama was there. They're like,
Yay.
yeah, is Charlie Stewart here? I'm like, hey, they want to talk to you. I just like threw her up there like that. Quit. I'm gonna drink alone. That's not for you. You can't drink that
Right.
because it's got dad
She's like
drink in it.
too little.
It's got dad drink in it.
What time?
So so they arrived. They're like, yeah, we need you to turn around, put your hands behind your back. Got a warrant for your arrest.
What time does?
I'm like, that ain't even what
What
y'all are
time
here
does?
for.
What time does?
So of course, they took her downtown and everything. Had to wait till the next
Yeah.
day and go pick her up.
What time does they?
It's dad's drink. It's an adult drink. Mom takes shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dad drink. And so I went down there and picked her up the next day, and it was because of bounced checks, because she wrote bad checks.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's what I found out what it was the next day because I was there at the court hearing.
That woman.
Yep. And she tried to blame it on freaking I forget his name now.
What the?
Her ex that she was with before she got with me. Which I was, that would have never happened if her friend had to freaking say something to me. Oh, my friend wants to dance with you. Yeah, okay. You started out like a dance, and then all that shit happened.
Yeah.
But but if it wasn't for your mama, I wouldn't have a beautiful daughter like you.
Especially me being your only daughter,
Yeah.
almost.
No, see, I got you. You are my biological daughter, and then I have my stepdaughter.
Yeah.
Like to me, that's the daughter too. She's not blood, but she's my daughter.
I'm just the original.
But you're also older than she is. She just turned 16.
Little buddy Alan's growing big.
Yeah, he is. He's being a butt too. He's starting to act just like his brother Aiden.
I already told Aiden I was gonna come down and beat his ass.
Yeah, yeah, because he don't want to listen to nobody.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I call his mama,
Hey,
oh, he straightens up real quick.
Oh my god.
Yeah, hey,
Oh yeah, Lauren
it's
gets on to him.
close.
Allie, quit climbing on that table. That table will tip.
Hey, yo.
Bum. But see, he's learning a lot from between Aiden, Elijah, and his sister.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I
this
can
is,
tell. I
yeah,
can tell for some of it.
yeah,
Because
this is true, by the way.
Sarah will cuss her mama up and down if she don't get her way. Like if she calls and wants to tell you or wants Cindy to come pick her up and take her somewhere or whatever, and if her mama
Yeah.
says no, she will sit there and keep blowing up the phone, cuss her out. I'm like, Sarah, you got to stop doing that. Your mama does a lot for you, and Cindy
Yeah.
does. She does a lot for her, and then Aiden, talks back to her, mouths off to her, disrespects her, but yeah, she does a lot for him too.
Yeah, that's typical teenage attitude for those two. But Aiden, straighten up, boy. Straighten up.
But but you know what? But he told Cindy one day. He goes, "I did. I'm only treating you like that because I used to do that to Aunt B. Just because you treat somebody else a certain kind of way, you don't treat your stepmom that way."
Yeah.
Hey,
What you doing? You being silly, Alan?
Always.
yeah. That,
What's up, Bubba? Oh yeah, Daddy will open it because Bubba's weak.
hey, yo.
Yeah, Aiden's a weakling. Alan is stronger than he is, but Aiden's a little fat kid.
Then actually, I tried.
Yesterday I called him the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
I know you do. See, I know I put on some weight, but that's years of
He
drinking.
has more. He has more.
Hmm. But him, he just won't stop eating.
He won't stop eating.
But I remember there
I
used
can
to.
already tell he's like a teenage kid who's always being on somewhat screen.
I told him by the time he's 15, he's gonna be weigh about 300 pounds.
But yeah,
That and every time we have cheese in the house, he steals it. Like he sneaks eating it.
oh my
Yes.
god.
And he ended up in the hospital, almost freaking died because when they freaking ran, when the nurse came out and come running back in with the shock cart,
Yeah.
Cindy got on the phone and called me. Uh, my God. And he he stayed in the hospital for like 4 days. And
Damn.
who sat in there with him? Me. I I had to take 2 days off of work because it happened on the weekend. I had to take Monday and Tuesday off because I was at the
Mhm.
hospital still with him.
Yeah.
Cindy she came up there one day and I took the car. She went up there to sit with him. I took the car, went home, took a shower, changed clothes, and I stopped and got me something to eat.
Mhm.
I stopped off at all you can eat Chinese and sat there and ate for an hour. 'Cause I've been stuck
You
at that
gotta
hospital.
eat something.
Yeah, and I've been stuck at that hospital for hours, a couple days.
Yeah.
And eating that hospital food's freaking nasty as crap.
Mhm.
So no wonder everybody gets thin. They get real skinny. That's that's like your Uncle 50. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's lost a lot of weight since he had his accident. He's got a nub.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like Nando. He got a nub. But every time he takes his thing off, he starts flipping it around, going chicken wing, chicken wing. And but you know what's crazy about that accident that he had?
Taking me, hot dogging the moldy, chilling with my holy.
Oh yeah, he knows it. But yeah, what's crazy about that accident that he had? It happened right in
Mhm.
front of me and Nana.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because if Nana hadn't have hit the brakes, like if she had to tap the brakes to let the car beside us go, go on ahead of us so we could
Yeah.
slide over because we were going to slide over. And
Uh-huh.
all of a sudden, Nana saw this truck from the other side of the road, like going out of control and stuff. And all of a sudden, it come right across the median, slammed into that other guy. If Nana had sped up a little, he would have T-boned us and put us over the guardrail.
Oh my god.
As hard as he freaking hit, because his truck actually, when it came in, it stood up like this, spun
Mhm.
around, and then sat back down. But the
Damn.
whole but the whole front end was smashed in. Like that's how he lost his leg because the freaking motor had his leg pinched between the motor and the seat, and
Yeah.
his ankle was severed off. They reattached it and everything, but they weren't cleaning. The hospital wasn't cleaning it right.
Yeah.
So it ended up getting a really bad infection, so they had to take it off just below the knee.
Uh,
So they had to amputate him. But he's got a prosthetic and he gets around. He still rides a bicycle. Oh yeah, once he gets that leg going, shit, he's gone. I told him I was like, you gotta make sure you keep holding it up so it won't get stiff on you.
but yeah. I've been doing good in school. I'm very, very smart. I've got a 95 in one class, 80 in one, a 79 in one, and then a 76.
How are you in math?
I don't take a math this year because I'm almost done and I have 21 credits and I just need one more.
Well, no, but
And the
uh,
required class I'm supposed to take is economics and personal finance.
well that's good. But
And that class helps with taxes and stuff.
what I was just asking is, are you good in math? Like, are you
No,
good with numbers and math?
no.
Oh, then yeah, you're definitely my daughter.
I cheated my way through it, okay? I cheated.
Because Aiden's got these math problems that I can't even freaking understand because they just like these new kids, day and age.
I just look at the math problem going, what is that? What am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah. You know that the like a square equal pi whatever thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's algebra. But I was never good at math. I mean, yeah, in middle school I was a whiz. Like
Hmm.
I can like pop it off my head like that. But after I got out of middle school, it was like and everything that I knew I just forgot. Like
Yeah.
my memory gets so bad. Like I only remember like certain things, like most important things.
Hmm.
But when it comes to math, nope, I'm dumbfounded. Hey, now your brother now your brother rolled that back up. Put that back. That's why my house will not stay clean. Because Alan tears it up.
Mm.
I can get the house all cleaned up and everything, and Alan won't be here.
Yeah.
5 minutes after he's got home, the whole house like a tornado went through it. Toys all over the place, getting into stuff. That's like the other day he tried to sweeten the tea by himself. I think he
Oh my
poured
God.
I think he poured half the container of sugar in it because it was sweet enough to put a diabetic in a coma. That's like I
But
told you.
yeah, I'm done with math, science, social studies, uh, and ELA. All I have is the economics and personal finance.
Well, that's good. Yeah, you gotta know all that. Surviving financing yourself. Like right now, I'm still, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I'm broke right now. Like I got like $100 left in my savings because I gotta save that to go with the rest of the money from next week and the week after that, so I can pay rent. Because I pay the rent, Cindy pays the electric bill,
Yeah.
but she also mostly buys the food and stuff like that in the house.
Hmm.
Plus I go to this the little church food drive thing. I go
Yeah.
to that every other Saturday and usually get a bunch of food stuff.
Yeah.
So that helps out a lot.
The
Um,
stuff I learned in economics and personal finance is really helping, especially when I saw like one of those taxing papers. I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this?
I
I
don't
don't
even
like this.
I don't even know how to do my taxes. Like I've never done my taxes myself.
Yeah.
I always give it to Aunt Rosie. Aunt Rosie does it for me because she can give me more money back.
Yeah.
I don't ever get my taxes back. It always went to child support.
Yeah.
Mhm. Always went to child support. That's like I don't even know where that money went. All that money that was coming out for you and Mikey,
Yeah.
it used to go to Nana, but then Nana never got a new card, but it was still coming out of my check. So I don't know where it was
Yeah.
going. And now I got the money coming out for Dakota. Which Dakota
Alan's a fish. Alan's looking like a fish.
Oh yeah, there's a movie about this zombie guy that of him that jumps into a pool like this, and then he hops into the pool.
Yeah, you know what his new thing is? Every time he farts,
What?
he starts singing, I farted, it tickled, my butt cheeks wiggled.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you and Mikey used to do that a lot. When y'all were
Yeah,
younger.
a lot.
I held it. It tingles. My butt cheeks tingle.
Ugh. where's Bubba at? And they're watching TV. Like, oh,
Probably.
that's all he ever does. That's all he ever wants to do. Like, I told him this morning, so, 'cause I cleaned up my room, cleaned up my bedroom and everything,
Yeah.
and he come out and he's picked up everything out in the living room. But most of the time when he picks up the living room, all he does is pick it up and he throws it in the corner or up on the couch.
Okay.
And he does a half-ass job of sweeping the floor. That's like I told Mikey when he said he wanted to come down here and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, you can stay with me. I said, but you know I won't put up with no shit. Because you know I'll give you a pop knot the size of Nebraska. And he goes, yeah, I know. Because you remember when I popped him in the forehead.
Yeah. I know not to half-ass shit. I have all the chores. I have almost all the chores in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Even when we had Michael in the house, I had all the chores.
Oh, yeah. Because and Aiden's the same way Mikey, the same way Mikey is. Because Aiden's, following that track.
Yeah.
He's been named the school bully already. He's already been on the track to go into Grand Park,
Yeah.
which Grand Park is a bad school. And I told him, I said, you go there. I said, them kids gonna beat your ass. I said, they're either one gonna kill you or they gonna put you in the hospital.
Yep.
I said, you're gonna have some broken bones, bruises, and everything like that. You think me slapping you upside the back of the head is bad? I said, it ain't gonna be like that.
Yeah.
Because every once in a while, I'll pop him in the shoulder.
Yeah.
But I don't pop him hard. I said, but he acts like, oh, there, starts crying like a baby. I'm like, that didn't hurt. I said, just wait till you end up going to Grand Park. It's going to be 10 times worse. I said, because them little black kids over there, they in packs. If you mess with one of them, you're messing with the whole group.
Hands up! And you should already know that I do not play.
Hands up!
I do not play when it comes to being mean to people and not doing what you're told. I don't play.
That's like Aiden. That's like Aiden was sitting there telling me
Hands
that
up! Hands up in there!
when him and Lauren came up there in Georgia and visited, he said,
Yeah.
"Yo," he said he looked in the
Hands up in there!
he looked in the window of the shed and he saw presents and stuff still in there wrapped up. Yeah, he's a goofball. Yeah, sometimes it started making me think. It's like I wonder, man, just out of curiosity, I wonder if my kids ever got my this. Because your mom always said, "Oh, you never send them nothing for their birthdays. You never send them nothing for Christmas." But I know that's a lie because it goes in the same box that Nana sent.
Yeah. 1 year it was like that big box. We received a big box.
Yeah,
And
and
it had like everything in it.
yeah, and there was some stuff in there that was from me, and some stuff in there from Nana.
Yeah.
But your
But
mom,
she said it was all from Nana.
of course, no, not all of it
Ah.
in there was from Nana. Like that guitar I sent Mikey. Yeah, I bought that.
Yeah, we don't have that guitar no more. I don't know where it is.
Yeah,
I still have Papa's bow that he gave me. You know when Papa?
yeah.
I have his bow still.
Oh, cool.
But Kirk got rid of my freaking um target practice thing that came with it.
Oh, yeah, go figure. It's all right. You always get you another one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like right now. I'm trying to. trying to save a little money to fix everything up in the house because when Crystal and Robbie were here, Crystal and Robbie
Yeah.
freaking had an argument. I wasn't even home. I was at work. Or no, matter of fact, nope, I wasn't even here. I was at Crystal Fonda's. I got off work and I went straight over there.
Yeah.
And I was over there. I was over there, hanging out with Chris for a little while. And I got a text message to the back door. A picture of the back door. It's all spiderwebbed. Because Crystal and Robbie got into an argument. She slammed the freaking door and it
Yeah.
shattered. Yeah, it spiderwebbed and shattered out.
Damn.
And they tried to lie. They tried to lie and say all she did was pick it up and to close it, and it shattered. Uh, I said, I looked at him. I said, no. I said, it's not gonna. That's not gonna shatter just by picking it up and sliding it slowly to close it. That's from being
Yeah.
slammed shut. The only way a glass would shatter like that, and that's that thick double pane glass. So I gotta get that replaced before I even move out. I gotta get that fixed. I gotta fix all the holes in the house from Brian, Elijah, and Robbie punching holes in the walls. If they get pissed off, and see Robbie, he just get pissed off and punch the wall. Elijah gets pissed off and punches the wall. Brian did it because he was drunk.
Of course.
He starts thinking about his girls and all that stuff, and
Did you get a 6-number verification code sent to your phone just now?
why?
I'm using it for one of my games and I needed to use a verification code to get in.
The games don't have verification codes.
No, I need to have a Google login
told
and I
you.
just made one, but I need a 6-digit verification code.
No,
I'm serious.
no. My Google's already set up on there. You do not need to set up a new one. That's my system, not yours. See, that's what I mean right there.
Uh-huh.
I've told him over and over and over to stop downloading shit on my game systems
Yeah.
and trying to do his own thing on it. No, it's not his system. It's mine. It's still my system. See,
Yeah.
now he's in the mouth and off.
I would have lost my shit on him. Because I don't like when people backtalk me. It's not nice.
Yeah, and normally I'll turn around and tell him, you better shut up, boy, or I'm going to knock your teeth so far down your throat you got to pull your pants down to chew your food.
Yeah.
But no, every game system in this house is mine.
Yeah.
I got a PS3, I got a PS4, I got a PS5, I got Xbox One, I got an Xbox 360,
Yeah.
and I got the PlayStation Portal.
We got a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, Aiden had two of those, and he broke both of them
No, of course.
because he won't sit still when he's playing it. He's got to get up
Yeah.
and walk around, stuff like that, and he ends up dropping it, or he'll step on it, like he'll lay it down somewhere, or he'll just lay it
Yeah.
on the edge of something and it'll fall right off because he doesn't pay attention to what he's doing.
Yeah. It's kind of like me and my phone, but I put a protective case on it so it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, that's like my phone right now. I've got all kind of cracks in the screen and everything like that, but that's just the screen. But it's just the screen protector because I got one of the thick glass screen protectors on it. And then I have a hard cover on it. My phone's been dropped so many times,
I've dropped mine like many times.
especially Alan. Alan will get pissed. He'll get mad about it because his show changes or something like when he's watching YouTube Kids. He'll get mad and throw it across the room.
Jesus.
But when he does that, I'll take the phone, and he gets more mad. I'm like, well, you should have threw Daddy's phone.
Yeah, and then I did, but I didn't want to watch that.
It doesn't matter. You don't throw daddy phone.
You don't throw Dad's phone.
One more time, I knock you out.
Yeah, he thinks he's big and bad.
Yeah, sorry, bud. You're not big and bad.
No, that's like your cousin Elijah.
Yeah?
That boy there. He tried me one day because he thinks he's big and bad. I spun around and pinned him to the ground within 5 seconds
Ah,
and had him down and was holding him there with one hand. I had my hand planted right through his chest, and he
that's kind
couldn't.
of like what
And he
happened with
couldn't
me and
move.
Joe yesterday. She wanted to try me, so all I did was literally, so we were literally face to face each other
He
like
gonna bend
this,
my thing.
and as soon as she started to put her fist to my face, I took her around and literally went around her neck and dropped her to the ground.
It's like me and your Uncle David and Uncle Patrick, yeah, we got into a couple of times.
It's the week and I agree.
I mean, Joe should have known it was over by the time I took off my glasses. Because I had my hair up, I took off my glasses, so I was like, okay.
Hey, here's the,
Oh yeah,
here's the,
that's like
Yeah,
that's
oh,
like
we
your
can
nana.
agree.
That's how your nana is. Her glasses and hair go up. Oh yeah, somebody's getting fucked up.
yep.
It's a hot dog in the mouth. Hot dog in the mouth. That's a do move.
He's being a goofball.
What a do ball.
Yep.
He gonna ask what's a goofball.
I'm at mom's height now for height wise.
Why?
I'm a little bit over mom by an inch.
You're probably about right as tall as I am.
Yeah, I tower over mom by 1 inch.
Cause I'm right in between, like 5'9", like 5'9", 6 foot. Cause they said at the doctor's office when I got checked one day,
Yeah.
they put me on the scale and checked my height. It was saying I was right at 6 foot.
Dang.
You know, my boy Chris he's 6 foot, and both me and him like stand the same. But Joe Sheldon is 6 foot.
Yeah.
But Joe Sheldon, he looks a little taller than me.
Yeah.
But now Crystal's 6 foot, and I stood back to back to her, and we were completely even.
Yeah.
I guess
Hey, Dad, I'm gonna have to start getting ready for work. I have an hour to get ready. I'll talk to you later, but I
okay,
have work to get ready for.
all right. Where are you working at?
I work at Zaxby's.
I like the kicking chicken. That's like the only thing I get there when I go there. The kicking
Yeah,
chicken sandwich. But,
but yeah, I'm gonna start getting ready for work. I'll
all
call
right,
you later.
Bye.
all right. Bye, baby girl.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Ellen.
Bye.
He hanging up. He tried to push the button.
Bye. Bye. Sit. Bye. Sit.
Okay, but no calling nobody.
That's the only person that I can talk. Is my sister. Cause he's the dog who who's always randomly call. That's the only person I can call.
Yeah, well, you don't be calling nobody on Daddy's phone. Here, let me just push play.
Yeah, like
It's the same thing you had left it on. And I bet it wasn't even you, that it wasn't you that called. It was your brother. Oh shit! I was still freaking.